Okay, so we have a problem. The new washer material is dickered. The problem is very simple actually, and I'm going to fix it myself. This is supposed to turn in one direction, but not in the other. And you can hear it rub, so that indicates something is wrong. So all we have to do is replace these things, which are called agitator dogs. These little nylon things that have like a tooth or so on them, and that is what bites into like a geared cog in there, and that prevents it from turning in the other direction. And the whole idea behind it is all the agitation happens down here, but the top part is like a corkscrew, and that pushes the shit at the top down, so it gets agitated. And then the stuff that's down there gets forced back up to the top, and then this forces it down. And the way it does that is it only, as this agitates back and forth, it ends up turning this in one direction to keep screwing the clothes down. But being that it goes either which way now, the stuff at the top don't get washed, kind of like the old one. But this is at least a very easy fix. So anyway, we'll get started in just a minute. Okay, so now we have to remove the agitator. It's not really a big deal. We got to remove the fabric softener cap, dispenser thing. We'll just put that over there. Now in here is another plastic thing, and that has a thing you just kind of pull it out. You got to make sure the rubber seal stays on it. So we'll put that aside. And there's a 7/8 inch bolt. So we just take the magic tool, which I used to fix the knackered pipe up here back in the day. The magic tool will go down and just put it on there, hold the agitator, and remove the bolt. And there it is. Just put that aside. And the entire agitator comes out of the machine. That's getting the agitator out. Work this around. The problem, you can actually see the agitator dog's in here, and there's that toothed thing going around. And the agitator dogs, when you spin it in one direction, they don't grab. In the other direction, they cam out. But being that the teeth are worn off, it doesn't jam in there and stop it. So now we have to replace that. So to replace that, we have to separate the agitator into two pieces. You just stand on it, grab it, pull, and it comes apart. And there's the piece we need. Take that, put her down, remove. Now you can see that it's all worn away. There's nothing left there. So we'll remove the old ones. And replace it with the new ones. And you just have to go in the same kind of angle like that. You just stick them in. Stick that in. And stick that in. And that's it. Now we got to put it back together. Okay, we have the cam and clutch assembly reinstalled in there. It just drops in. And the best way I found to do this is to just take it and kind of hold it, and that's what you have on the underside. Now there's two wings on the inside here that fit into two splines over here. So usually what I do is I turn the thing upside down and fit it together, so that way things don't fall out, and you just snap it together. That's it. That's all in. And now you'll see it turns in one direction but not the other. Just like that. All we have to do now is reinstall it in the machine. Just get that out of the way. Open the lid. Put the agitator back. Kind of work it around till she goes in. Seat it down nice. And put the bolt back in. Now this is a little trick. You can use a little piece of paper towel or something like that to hold the bolt, and it goes right down in. It's screwed on in. Just tighten it down. That should be fine. Reinstall the cap. Just fits in and presses in. That's it, just like that. And we're not going to reinstall this thing because I bought a new one that matches my other machine, just so it'll look pretty. That's all. No reason, just wanted it. I think this one works a bit better. It does look smaller, but you don't need an entire coffee cup of fabric softener. This is more than plenty. So this is like a generic replacement, and should just kind of snap in. Spins in one direction, and that, if you look in there, you can see will turn the agitator because it's locking in. So if you hold the agitator, it won't go, but it only goes in that direction. Problem solved. That's all there is to it. No big deal.